Hi, it's Adam. I want to make a video about the ratings article that I did. Um, what I've done here is I've taken the stats for all of the cards, and then I took my ratings and put them alongside each other. I calculated the difference and sorted it by the absolute value of that difference. And then I took the top about this many, and we're going to see how much I really disagree with the community. These are the cards that I disagree with the community the most on what the rating should be. I haven't looked at this yet. All I did was sort the data, and I took about this many, and we're going to see what happens, okay? So let's see what happens. So I kind of want to work from the bottom up, but the first thing I notice is that 4 of these top 5 are landmarks. So I kind of want to kick landmarks out because it's never really been clear how to rate them. It was never all that clear to me, and I don't think it was clear to a lot of people who were filling out the forms. So we're just going to not talk about those all that much. And that's all the landmarks. I don't think there's much point in going into it. So, yeah, let's start down here. Windfall. Looks like the community put it at 4.5, and I put it at 7. I think my number's a lot better. Windfall's great. There are a lot of people out there that think that you don't want this when you can buy it. Like, yeah, it's really hard to buy. Well, I mean, it's easy to buy, but it's not, hard to gain the golds. It's hard to do it, but like when you can do this, like you pretty much just do it. Sometimes like you wait a turn and then do it next turn. Sometimes, but you're still gonna do it. Like there's just so few situations where you're drawing your deck and you don't want to just shove 3 golds in there. It's just like it never happens. It's super great. I put it at a 7 because like it's so expensive and hard to do, but like it's an event. You never need to put it in your deck, so like it's not going to hurt you. So I rated it highly because of that. I feel like 7's a really good number for Windfall. So that was fun. Mint. So the community put it at a 4.54, and I put it at a 7. 7 seems a little high. So we're gonna do red here for Adam, and we're gonna do gray here for. I probably screwed that one up, and then these up here. This harem. The community put it at 3.49, and I put it at a 1. I could see a 2. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty close. Like 3.5 and a 1, like, card's not good. I feel like there's not really a huge actual difference here in opinion. I think this is a small enough difference that it doesn't reflect a giant change in what people think the power level of the card is. So we're going to say no contest on that one. And we're going to say that that's a different color of green for some reason. Can you tell how much I prepared this? Mill. The community gave it a 5.46. I gave it an 8. I think 8's pretty good. Opening mill is really good. Like, you draw a mill and then like you're hitting 5. Like, that's really good. Mill would be a really good card without the VP. And then you stick the VP on it and it has like a whole bunch of synergies, but it's also worth the point. Like, mill's an 8. I feel like I got this one right. And I feel like the community is really undervaluing Mill. Mill is a really, really good card. Sea Hag. I'm not surprised to see this lovely lady on here. Everyone thinks Sea Hag is better than what it really is. I was being generous with the 4, okay? Now, my rating system might not be the same, but like, Sea Hag is a below average card, and this is like pretty far above average. I'm going to stand my ground. I mean, this has been a point of contention, and Sea Hag has been inching her way down in the rankings because I continue beating people who get Sea Hag by not getting Sea Hag. So that's fine. Let's like have the same shade of red here too. Bank. I gave it a 3, and the community gave it a 5.74. I'm looking at this again. I feel like my rating's a little low and the community rating is a little high, and it's probably somewhere in the middle. So we'll give this the no contest color. Golem. I gave it a 3. The community gave it a 5.74. I could see giving this a 4. But yeah, I mean, 5.74. Like, I actually feel about the same about both of these cards. I could see giving it 1 rating higher, and I feel like the community's overrated it. So yeah, we'll give it the same color. Training, I gave it a 4. The community gave it a 6.77. I really don't think training's all that good. It's just, it's never like worth it. Usually, I don't know, I just don't find myself ever getting it. Maybe I'm underrating this. I don't really think I am. I'm gonna stand my ground on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna stand my ground on this one. I think I've got this one right. Duke, I gave it an 8. The community gave it a 5.7. Well, the community in general tends to underrate victory cards. And Duke is really, really, really good. I feel like the community got, like, this is just really misleading and inaccurate. I really don't like this number. Distant Lands, 6.159. Yeah, I'm staying behind this rating. Like, Distant Lands is ridiculous. It's a 9. It's a solid 9. This is way off. I'm standing my ground here. Treasure Trove, 8, and I gave it an 8. Community gave it a 5.12, and there's this monster variance number. Treasure Trove's really powerful. On the other hand, it'll force just about any deck really hard in a big money direction, and engines are pretty good. And I don't think it's overbearing enough to really skew you towards big money as much as an 8 would suggest. So I mean, I could see giving this a 7. That seems reasonable. I might have overrated this a touch. It's certainly much better than 5.12. This is below average, and Treasure Trove's nowhere near there. So I'll be a little generous towards the community here and give this a no contest. I feel like I've overrated it slightly. They've underrated it. Merchant Ship. I gave it a 1. People gave it a 4. Merchant Ship's bad. It's a bad card. Solid 1. Solid 1 for sure. Ritual. I gave it a 7. People gave it a 3.86. So this is real close to a landmark, but it's not. You're still spending a buy on it. Okay. Also, there's that huge variance. Ritual doesn't play in a lot of games, but it's really good in some games. I could legitimately see a 5 or a 6 rating. Yeah, I'm willing to say that I probably have more of the error on this one than the community does. Expand, 5.15, and I gave it a 2. I should probably give this a 3. The effect is pretty good, even if it's overcosted by a whole lot, but it's a pretty bad card. I'll give this one green. And then finally, Storyteller. I gave it a 3. The community gave it a 6.33. This one's really tough, because Storyteller really doesn't make a lot of decks better, and you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get it to be good. It can cycle you past some coppers, but it's not, like, so much better than Stables that, like, it justifies the drawback a lot of the time. Sometimes it's better, obviously. Sometimes it's actually good. I can see giving this a 4, and I can see... I'm trying to think if I could justify giving this card a 5. Because, like, you put it in some decks, and like, a lot of times it's a dead card. Decks that are built around Storyteller Draw are just so unreliable that, like, you're usually better off with any other source of draw. I can't put this over a 4. So I feel like the community is overrating this one as well. So let's change the color of the landmarks to be a little more distinct, because I don't think that's... let's just do this. So here we go. We've got these 2 gray cards that I feel like I'm probably the one who misrated these. So Ritual, Mint, yeah, I think my rating, now that I think about it, is probably just not very good. So I'll accept that. I blew it on Ritual and Mint. 2 out of 330 cards, I can say, like, yeah, I just misrated them pretty poorly, and it shows. So there's that, and this apparently. And so now we're left with this stuff. There are the green cards that I think, you can kind of split the difference, but the community still doesn't have it completely right. And then there's the red cards where I'm like, I'm going to stand firm and be like, no, the community has this one pretty well wrong. And I think those are the interesting ones. Merchantship is a lot worse than what people think it is. Distant Lands and Duke are a lot better than what people think it is. Training is a lot worse than what people think it is. Sea Hag is no surprise. It's a bad card, and you shouldn't get it a lot of the time. So that's cool. Mill is really, really good. Mill is a great card. This is like a diamond. This is a great, like the diamond in the rough, like from Aladdin. Sorry, Aladdin's been my jam recently. A whole new world. Anyway, and then Windfall. Windfall, I've disagreed with some people on this, but Windfall's great. You should always get it if you can get the golds, pretty much. So yeah, those are the ones that I feel strongly about. And if anyone really wants to argue the other side of this, show me where these cards are good or bad, where I don't think so. Yeah, go for it, but this is my opinion. I'm doubling down. Hashtag doubling down on these 7 cards. Bring it.